back. I'm going to tie a steelhead fly called a Ronald McDonald. It's going to be a little bit of a variant. That's what I'm starting off with right here. 1/4 inch orange cone and a #1 partridge low boy M2. Thread I'm going to use is Uni 6.0 in red, and I've backed that with some 030 lead wire. So I'm just going to start my thread right in the back. Start working this up just a little bit, and we'll take this back to the back. I'll try to get a little bit of an underbody in here. We don't need to go all the way to the barb, because it is a sort of zonker fly. We'll start working on that underbody a little bit. Okay. Next, you need some silver Flashabou, either holographic or regular. And I've got, you can decide how much you want here. It's kind of a big fly. We do want to have this tapered a little bit. I always like to put on a little extra, because you can always just cut it off if you don't want it. Right over the top. Yep, that'll work. A few wraps in, fold it over. It's a long tail. You can always trim it down. You can always measure that out to see how long it is in the back. I know that's off camera. This is probably a little bit long for most of this. So I'll just come through and randomly cut some of this down. That'll work. Okay, bring my thread back up. Next, I'm going to get some silver brassy size wire. Oops. Get that started. Get it out the way. The next here is what I've got is just an embroidery tinsel that I picked up at I forgot where I picked this up, some kind of craft store or something. That'll work. Let's tie this in all on the bottom. And you can weight this fly more heavily if you like. And we're going to bring this up onto our wire. Lead punching through just a little bit. I'm just going to use both pieces that have been doubled over to create the body. You could use all kinds of stuff here if you wanted. Silver flat braid or something will work. It's very similar to silver flat braid. This is more of like an, what do they call it, embroidery tinsel or embossed tinsel. Let's go ahead and bring this guy all the way up. We'll wrap back just a little bit. Trim that out. Okay, next we're going to get our tiger barred zonker strip. I'm going to take out a little extra here. And we'll tie this in nice and tight here. And you can actually fold this guy over if you need to. Help keep it from pulling out. It's all going to get collared, so hiding it won't be a problem. Okay, I've got this little nub I want to get rid of. get this wire out. Lick all this just to keep it from flopping around on me. I know where it needs to sit. Right there, looks good. I'm gonna put a couple of wraps in on this back point. And I'll put 4 to 5 ribs in here. Bring one right over the top. Get this in front. Let's helicopter that thing out. Okay, looking good. Next, what I've got is fluorescent fire orange marabou. Tie this in by the tip. Just kind of work back into it just a little bit. Reverse that tip. As long as it's not interfering with it, you can just leave it in there. Strip some of this off so that I got a little something to grab. Come on, stem. Work with me. Just work this guy coming forward. Had a couple turns twist on me there. Let's try this again. Call this guy forward. Okay. Take a quick toothbrush to it. To fluff out a little bit. This is a blood quill, regular woolly bugger marabou would work real well here. So this is going to be a little bit longer. It's a big fly though. Okay. And to finish this guy off, I'm just going to get a red saddle hackle. This is going to be a natural, so it's dyed over the natural. So a lot of black highlights showing through. Should have already selected one and I did not. Okay. We're also going to tie this in tip forward. Oops. Just trim out this tip. Oops. So we're going to start to double it over and palmer it forward. Getting this collar nice and full. Let's just strip that stem down. I still got a little bit of room there. I may add just one more real quick. Maybe not make this one quite as long, just to fill in that space. Just got a little bit more space there than I want. All right. And we'll just do the same thing. Oops, pulled out on me. Got that tucked in pretty well. And once you finish this collar, you're done. You really only need the one hackle. It just was a little short on space up front there, so figured I'd just put another little short one in. Chew it up. Chew up that real estate. There we go. That looks better. Okay. And then to finish this guy off, I'm just going to take a little glue, wipe it along my thread, draw everything back and just start wrapping. I'll do that a couple of times and then just put a 3-turn whip finish in and it should be good to go. Shouldn't have too many issues with it falling apart. Pull that nice and tight, trim out the thread, and we're done. And I'm going to send this over to the vault for people to look up in the future. If you liked the video, always appreciate a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. Come check us out over at flyvault.net, where you too can start to store your patterns digitally, as well as start to look at all the different patterns other people are storing in there, research your materials, hooks, and so on. So other than that, everybody, happy tying. Take care. and I'll see you next time.